What up, internet? How are your faces? So here's the thing about this vlog that you should know before heading in. The last time you saw me was Friday. Today is currently Wednesday of the next week. Here's the thing. I did record some video of the days in between. Very, very, very few. I decided to delete all of it. Because again, there was maybe like only one or two videos like per day or whatever, so not really enough to actually put a vlog together, but also there wasn't really a lot of positive stuff that happened in those days. And yes, even though I'm dedicated to trying to show like everything or whatever, there's some things I don't want you to see, and there was some pretty rough stuff from those days. Part of it was beyond my control, part of it was my fault. So yeah, I decided to just go with clean slate, and yeah, just kind of start over and see what we can do from there. So that's where we're at right now. I promise I will talk a little bit about some of that later. Here's why I can't talk about it right now. It's because I'm at the school. My boss actually can't be in this morning. He couldn't be in yesterday morning either, but he can't be in this morning again because his kid is sick. So I'm currently taking over a couple of his classes, which are about to start soon, so I should probably get inside. So I will check in with you in a second. Like, look at these guys. They're so cute. So you can probably tell from the shirt that is in fact the next day. I ended up getting really busy for the rest of the day and then passing out immediately upon getting home, which, funny enough, me passing out when I got home meant that I missed a staff call with a group that I joined. More on that later. So yeah, I'm really not in the greatest mood right now because there's a lot of work that I need to catch up on that I'm currently behind on now because that happened. And that's on top of dealing with everything else that's happened over the past couple days or whatever, which I promise I will talk about more tonight, like after everything or whatever. Yeah, so whatever. I'm here at the school, as you probably saw from the cows. They were literally right up against the fence as I drove by, so I couldn't resist the opportunity. I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna get started on work, and no offense, I'm probably not gonna pull this out until my next opportunity to just kind of like breathe or whatever. So yeah, let's go, let's get started. Let's have fun, or as much of it as we can. All right, actually done all my school teaching for the day. Just got back from the middle school. Got a fair amount of work done today, but because rehearsal starts earlier now, that means I'm actually late to the marching band rehearsal, so I gotta get out there. I'll check in with you after. All right, so it is much later, still the same day this time. I actually have a lot of work to get done tonight. I'm actually trying to clear an inventory for my boss, and we really, really, really want to get done by tomorrow, so which means that it needs to, at the very least, be as finished as humanly possible tonight. And by clearing, I mean just kind of just checking through it between this and like a database on like a school like thing that we have. I don't know what to actually call it or whatever. Just double check between them, make sure everything's like matched up or whatever, so we can then place an order for supplies for the upcoming, indoor marching season. So the time is currently 11:12. I really want to get this either again done or as close to done as possible by midnight, which means I gotta go. I keep saying I'll check in. Once I'm done with this, then I'll tell you about everything that's been going on, because there's a lot, and we gotta talk. So I've finally got done like my goal, like for the night or whatever. There are a fair amount of pages that or items on that inventory that don't have like pages that are showing up for some reason. So I wanted to get the vast majority of the items which did have pages or whatever, and I did finally get that by 3 in the morning. So I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna save all the whole talking spiel for tomorrow, because I'm exhausted. I need some sleep if I'm gonna be able to finish this tomorrow. And then yeah, we're just gonna keep going. Again, I know we have a lot to talk about, but then stuff keeps coming up or whatever, and yeah, it's just good night. All right, it's a little while later, and even though like it looks like I'm getting ready for bed or whatever, I mostly just kind of changed out of clothes or whatever. I finished. I finished that inventory thing. I helped put a speaker back together, and yeah, just generally got a fair amount done today actually. Good day. I'm gonna take a quick shower because today, the date today, is Friday, October 5th. Any Lady Gaga fans out there know exactly what today is. So I'm gonna take a shower. I'm going to, just try to make myself look somewhat presentable or whatever because I didn't shower this morning. I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. So it literally occurred to me after I took that video, after I took a shower, and after I drove or whatever, that I actually hadn't recorded a video today. So you're probably watching that going, what the hell is even happening? Like continuity or whatever. So the video at 3 in the morning was Thursday night or whatever. I had decided I was going to get up early to try to finish everything or whatever at the school. And then today I slept until 11:30. Like, no word of a lie. I was furious at myself, but I thought, you know what? Screw it. Just go. I went to the school like right then and there. Didn't even like eat anything. Like, didn't grab lunch. Didn't grab like, late breakfast or whatever. I was just like, let's just go. We got this done. So we got to the school and I just did it. I got it all done. That being said, there were a few more things than I expected there to be, like a couple of extra lists that it turns out we were also in charge of. So because of that, I didn't really get done until about like 4:30ish, which meant that by that point we kind of like had to get out of the school, which means that I didn't really get any practice time in. So I'm a little disappointed at that. Because there's something I'm practicing for that I'll explain to you, like, after or whatever, later tonight. And yeah, then I went home and filmed that last video you saw. And yeah, I am now at the movie theater. Don't know, of course there's a car in the way. You can't, I think you can kind of see it there from that angle or whatever. But yeah, I'm at the theater. I'm going to go see A Star is Born. It is going to happen. This has been hyped for months. And we got it. We got to do it. We need to support, Mother Monster or whatever she calls herself now. That, and this just genuinely looks like a good movie. So I'm trying to temper my expectations a little bit because I am well aware that if I go in thinking it's going to be a masterpiece, I'm not going to think it is. I'm just really looking forward to this. I'm going to go enjoy a movie. That was, that was powerful. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit that I teared up in the movie theater. I don't even know if I really have the words to explain how I feel after watching that. That was... I've never seen something like that before from anyone involved in it. It was... Like, sure, the story's familiar. It's the third remake of something, like come on, we know the story by now. But it was... The performances were incredible. The music, oh my god, the music was amazing. And Bradley Cooper killed it. I keep forgetting that it was like his directorial debut as well, so it was like this was a big moment for him too. And he did such a good job with it. It was so phenomenal. Lots of really interesting choices actually, but really well done job overall. And of course, last but not least, if anyone watches that movie and then tries to tell me Lady Gaga isn't talented, I give up. I completely give up. Any moment that I like started to like tear up and get emotional or whatever was from her. She was in freaking incredible. Like, I've never seen her like that. The fact that she was so good in the role that I forgot it was her. There were several times where I had to remind myself, wait, this is Lady freaking Gaga or whatever. Believe the Oscar hype for her. Genuinely believe it. She, best part of the whole movie. Hands down, bar none. I have an early candidate for winning. Like, just give it to her. Just give it to her. Just she was incredible. Okay. I need to eat a little bit because I haven't really eaten an actual meal like all day, so check back in a bit. All right, I'm gonna keep this short because it's pretty late, and you know, I guess that's to do in the morning. So yeah, so everything that's happened this week that I keep saying I'm going to explain, but then never did. Where to start? I actually lost two members of the front ensemble. One quit, and the other one, I will simply leave it at it didn't work out. Yeah, and it's admittedly been kind of taking its toll on me, especially because there were other situations where I didn't make the right decision. I didn't take as much charge as I should have, or whatever. Not related to these two kids, like other rehearsal like situation things or whatever. And yeah, no, it's just, even though both of these kids have like issues going on in their own lives or whatever, and even though they quit for or left for reasons that I'm not responsible for, it's hard as a teacher to kind of look at a situation like that and go, okay, what's the common denominator here? It's me. So yeah, it's this week I kind of had to like pick myself up a bit and kind of kick myself and be like, okay, it's not you. That maybe there are things you could have handled better, but overall it's both of these cases were not you. Generally not the best start to the week, like at all. The one thing I will say about these individuals leaving or whatever is that any negativity that had been happening within kind of like the overall group or whatever was literally because of them. Yesterday, Thursday, was the first rehearsal that we had without either of them present, and you could just kind of feel it. You know how sometimes like when you remove certain individuals from a situation and it just like it literally just like gets better. Like you can feel the vibe lift and everything or whatever. That was what last night felt like to me. It felt more cohesive, it felt more positive. Sometimes whether a situation is like positive or not kind of depends on the people involved in it. And that is all I will say on that. That is the furthest I will go. Tomorrow starts a very, 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 very insane month. Tomorrow, arguably the worst day of the month. Tomorrow we have a competition and a football game. I've never personally like experienced that before. Usually it's like my experience has been it's either a game or it's a competition, and then the most we do at UMass is like performing at like a high school championship thing like twice or whatever, but it was spread out or whatever, so it would take the full day, but you would have rehearsal in the morning, then do the first performance, then really long break, and then second performance or whatever. So yeah, tomorrow should be very, very, very interesting. And the reason I'm trying to go to bed like as soon as humanly possible, it's currently 12, like 30-ish now. I have to be there at the school. Let me phrase, I don't need to be there, but I'd like to be there. Rehearsal starts at 5:30 tomorrow morning, and I would like to be there by 5. That's literally 4 hours from now. Jesus Cristo. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna head to bed. Obviously not as much sleep as I want to get, but honestly sometimes I wonder if I just work better on no sleep anyway, because I mean, I'm still alive, even though I like literally, you've seen on this, I never sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, because starting tomorrow is the beginning of a very long, very, very, very busy month that will yield positive things for the future, hopefully, if we can just survive tomorrow. Cool. Thanks for sticking with me through that. I know that was very strange and weird or whatever, but we made it. I made it. We made it. Cool. All right. That's all I got. I'm gonna sign off. Until next time. Okay, see ya.